Support your Hobbit hobby.
Welcome, Strategy Battle Gamers, to another GBHL channel unboxing. You're here with GBHL James.
GBHL Jamie.
And today we are going to be unboxing Thrydan Wolfsbane.
Thrydan Wolfsbane, I think it would be pronounced.
Is it Thrydan or Thrydan?
I think Thrydan Wolfsbane. Why is an I in the sort
He's
of...
an invented character, isn't he?
He is,
on
yes.
Games Workshop. Games Workshop invented this character, so there's no law in how it's said.
No.
Thrydan?
I personally think with Thrydan, correct us if we're wrong, if you're from the Nordic area.
Yeah, let us know. What do you think?
I think a Y is pronounced as an I. Oh, we got low battery now.
Already? That's unbelievable. This is going to have to get plugged in soon. So we are going to be unboxing Thrydan. This is an old Lord of the Rings, and as you can see, this was actually bought when they were in the Lord of the Rings
Packaging. Woohoo!
packaging. And I've got to thank Keith Wood for this. I bought a ton of models off Keith Wood, so we are going to be unboxing.
Keith Wilson.
Keith Wilson, sorry. Where's Wood come from? I don't know. Who do I know as Keith Wood? Keith Wilson. So thank you very much, Keith, and I hope you enjoyed this unboxing.
Yeah.
So, Thrydan.
And we're going with Thrydan.
We're going to go with Thrydan. Thrydan is part of the Isengard list.
Yes.
Part of the Isengard list. So let's talk a little bit about his stats. And his pros and his cons.
Again, he's got the low sort of fight value for... He's the fight value of the Urukai, so he's not going to be getting much there. Strength 5 though, defense 5. Nice. 2 attacks, 2 wounds, courage 4. 3 might, 2 will and 2 fate. So he's decent hero.
Decent hero.
85 points, makes him a bit pricey. Give him a horse, make him 95. But his big 2 redeeming features are, 1, he's got a 12-inch standfast, he's the Lord of Dunland. And second one, he's got a rule called Mighty Blow. And for every 1 rule wound he makes, it counts as 2.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
What other models do that? Doesn't Knight of the White Tower?
Knight of the White Tower can do that, and I believe there's one evil model who can do that as well, maybe.
If you know the answer to it, let us know.
Well, Thorin's, the Orcrist can do it, can't he?
Yeah, is that D3?
Against D3 against goblins, orcs, and orc.
D3. Now, do we see much of Thrydan? We don't see much. Why do we not see much of Thrydan out there? Even though it's a stunning metal miniature.
Well, I like everything. He actually made it into one of my top 10. The only thing that lets me down for him is just that his axe seems just a little bit too small. The axe heads. For a character with Mighty Blow.
I can see what you mean.
I mean, it's probably in scale to what he's actually a real warrior would have, but it just for...
Yeah, I don't really like the sort of the two-headedness.
Double-headed axe.
I would rather that it was
Because you can always clip it off like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a woodcutter's axe, rather than a...
Yeah, like a Huskarl's axe, I think I'd be...
So, why aren't we seeing that much? Well, he is quite expensive points-wise, especially when you've got all the cheap Urukai heroes who are all 3 might and have higher fight and the same strength value.
And I think this is where Dunland suffers.
Yeah.
Suffers, because it's part of the Isengard list, because you've got... I mean, the miniatures... They are beautiful.
Yeah,
They've got that kind of Viking...
The Dunland are amazing. I'd love to own a Dunland force. That would be like one of my sort of... If I could have that army paid... I should have answered this in the Q&A. If I could have that army paid for me, that would be my army.
Yeah, that would look great. And painted up by Shadow and Flame as well. Painted up. We'd love that. If anybody would like to donate...
An entire Dunland army.
That'd be... I saw one on the One Ring. Who was it? Who's got it? Who's got it? It's not... Old Man Willow, was it Killer Katana? So I can't remember who's got it. If you go on the One Ring, someone has put their Dunland army on there. Because a lot of the Dunland models are now out of production.
Yeah, well, there's only Dunland warriors with shield left on the Games Workshop website. The ones with bow have gone. It's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
Well, to be fair, if you were taking Dunland warriors, you take them with shield and you take the ruffians with the bow.
Yeah.
You use your ruffians as like your slaves, basically.
Yeah. Seems like a good idea.
Yeah.
And you've also got your Wild Men.
Wild Men of Dunland, yeah.
Wild Men of Dunland.
Which, I don't think there's actually a box for them, is there?
Yeah, there's blisters.
Is there? Oh, okay. I just use Corsairs.
Yeah, Corsairs could look like them quite a bit.
Yeah.
I think that we should maybe try and over a period of time, maybe over a year or two, try and make up a bit of a Dunland force. Because I do
could have a Rohan Dunland off.
That would be great.
I think Rohan would get it, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. One of the interesting things about the Dunland, was it the Dunland Captain?
Yes, Dunland Chieftain, 3 will.
3 will. Very interesting.
2 might.
Yeah, Thrydan has how many?
2. 3, 2, 2.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So let's have a look at the mounted model here. And I would suggest, as a good bit of advice from most heroes, that you pay the extra 10 points for the horse.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If you've got it, do it.
If you've got the option to, it's worth it.
Definitely
Generally.
worth it. I'm really looking forward to getting this guy painted up. I think he's a stunning looking miniature. And it's a shame that we don't see more of these armies out there.
Yeah. I mean, something I've always been like thinking of in my head is if you take Urukai and if you wanted to take the named heroes for whatever reason you wouldn't want to, the Dunlandian Chieftain probably gets my vote over the Urukai captains potentially. You lose the defence, but if you know you come up against sort of magic users,
Magic, yeah.
then you've got the free will to start resisting stuff. But I think for the Deadliest Warband though, because there's not much magic in the tournament or event, we're going to go with the Urukai captain for the sheer.
I think where Dunland and Thrydan, where Dunland and Thrydan really suffer is the fact that they're part of the Isengard list, where there's tons and tons of cheap plastic models out there, really good options for captains and shamans and warriors, you know, the crossbowmen and berserkers.
Shocky and Worm, 60 points for both of those heroes. You just Thrydan doesn't really have a fighting chance, does he, against these guys?
However, Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit should be, to a degree, about theme and trying to make your favourite themed armies and the armies you like the look of most, trying to make them work. And that's why I think Jamie and I are going to try and give Dunland a go. We're going to start that off with Thrydan Wolfsbane. I hope you've enjoyed this channel unboxing. Let us know what you think about Thrydan.
Whoever he is.
Whatever his name is. And happy strategy battle gaming.